Welcome my channel. The 1994 Canadian 1-cent coin was part of the long-running series of pennies minted by the Royal Canadian Mint, RCM. The design remained mostly unchanged for decades, but the historical context, metal composition, and significance of the coin evolved over time. Origins of the Canadian penny. Canada first introduced the 1-cent coin in 1858 under British rule, and continued to be minted after Canada became a country in 1867. The modern maple leaf design first appeared in 1937, replacing earlier designs that featured the British monarch's crown. By the 1990s, Canadian pennies were made mostly of copper, but rising metal costs and inflation made the coin less practical. The 1994 penny. Historical context. The 1994 Canadian 1-cent coin was minted during a time of economic transition. It continued the same maple leaf twig design, which had been used since 1937. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, designed by Dora de Petrie-Hunt, was used on the obverse. This portrait was the first Canadian-designed effigy of the Queen, introduced in 1990, replacing the earlier versions designed by British artists. Production and circulation. In 1994, the Royal Canadian Mint produced 624,983,000 pennies. The coin was struck at the Royal Canadian Mint's facility in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It remained in circulation until Canada discontinued the penny in 2012 due to the rising cost of production and declining usage, metal composition, and changes over time. 1994 composition. 98% copper, 1.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. Weight, 2.5 grams. Diameter, 19.05 millimeters. Thickness, 1.45 millimeters. Edge, smooth. In later years, Canada transitioned from copper-based pennies to plated steel pennies to reduce costs. End of the penny and legacy. By the early 2000s, it cost more than 1 cent to produce a single penny. In 2012, the Canadian government officially stopped producing pennies. The last one was struck on May 4, 2012 at the Winnipeg Mint. Though no longer in circulation, many collectors still seek rare or high-grade versions of the 1994 penny. Interesting facts. The 1994 penny was one of the last all-copper pennies before the transition to steel core pennies in 1997. The maple leaf design was used for 75 years before the penny was discontinued. Even though Canada no longer uses a penny, businesses still round prices to the nearest nickel when paying in cash. Thanks for watching my videos.